check them as they learn it. You know.
Yeah, they way more sheltered than I was. You know, I grew up without a father. I had to figure out a lot of stuff. I've been in the street since 13, like deep in the street since 13. And my kids, you know, they tell me my kids don't even like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Shit I grew up off of. I don't eat that.
Because you spoiling them, dog. I did the same thing. I mean, I had a child tell me her favorite restaurant was Houston's, Hillstone, shit like that. Like, it's like when you spoil these kids, you create a monster. It's not about spoiling them. It's not about giving them everything you ain't have. Teach them everything you've ever been taught. Because believe it or not, them days when you ain't have nothing was your best days of your life. You know why? Because you found out who was really for you. You found out how to go without shit, but still make it happen. You found how, you learned the know-how. But when you got everything handed to you, you just never appreciate it. You feel entitled.
Yep, you're right.
So you doing the best you know how. I'm doing the best that I know how. Nobody could teach you how to parent. My 15 and she's 15, the other one is 13. Hey man, look, I'm letting them do them until they get it together. When they get it together, they'll come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I gotta focus on building up this bag so I could keep, when they do come at me, I got my shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's just that. I was best daddy I could be. I showed them the best life they could have. They didn't want that. They wanted to be over there where mama was letting them just go in the room, shut the door, and be on the phone all day. So I let them do what they want to do. And both of us got peace. Remember, let people do what they want to do so you can see what they rather do. And both of y'all at peace because you letting them do what they want to do, but now you know where they at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I do that a lot. I used to try to control you because controlling is when you know the way and go the way and show the way, but they still don't want to go anyway, right? So control is like, you need to go this way. Come with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, they want to go their way, So let them go their way.
All right,
But the painful part is watching them go that way and run into a dead end, and you knew it was a dead end over there.
man, that's deep. You gotta run that back one more time for my audience. What is control again?
Control is when you know the way,
Mm-hmm.
go the way, and show the way, but they don't want to go that way. But when you see that they way that they going is leading into a dead end, and you knew it was gonna happen when they run into it, you go through a painful process because you care about the person. So now you paining because you knew that was gonna happen. And sometimes you gotta fix their car when they ran into the dead end, and you knew it was gonna happen, and you told them it was gonna happen, but they went that way anyway. Sometimes you gotta let them crash and burn. You understand me? When somebody crash and burn, they learn. They learn what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
We keep sheltering and holding it. The world ain't hold our hand, dog. The world ain't hold your family hand. Everybody had to go their own way and learn the hard way, bro. And sometimes that's what made us have the integrity and the character and the strength that we have. Because if they take away the struggle, they will be stripping you of the strength you gained from the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I like that. That goes for anybody too. It ain't just your kids, it's homeboys, everybody. Like, can't control these people's. Like, you know what I'm
No.
saying? Like, you just can't. Like, you gotta let them crash and burn in your words.
You gotta let them crash and burn. And you know what an OG taught me that? He said, man, you going through with them kids, let their ass crash and burn. And it's painful to watch people crash and burn. But sometimes that's the only way of them learn. You gotta let them crash and burn and put their own fire out. Especially when you told. Just think about this, right? We all God's kids.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how painful it is for God to reproduce a child that go in the world and say, I'm gonna do what Lil Uzi Vert doing and claim the devil. I'm satanic. Go against God and He made you, right? And the thing is, I'm not against any of satanics or Luciferians or whatever they call themselves. But the truth is, that's painful for God to watch as a father that you his child and you rather go to the op.
Yeah.
Think about that a little bit. But then when you get locked up, fucked up, or knocked up, the first person you call is, oh God, oh Lord. You know what I'm saying? When you
Mm-hmm.
can't call home in that penitentiary because ain't nobody putting no money on the phone, it's one line you can always call, and that's God.
Big facts.
So my whole thing is it's painful for God to sit there and watch these people worship false gods, but yet he never forsake you. He never turned his back on you. He just give you the cold shoulder. He ain't gonna bless you when you doing the devil gotta bless you when you doing the street work. But when you out here doing his work and putting it out, like you doing a positive podcast, I'm doing positive reactions, positive feedback, positive messages. God gotta bless that. He has to bless that because you're doing God's work. Keep doing God's work, man, and God gonna make it his will to make sure you never need for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
How was it like for you growing up?
Man, growing up for me, man, I had a good childhood, but I had a fucked up childhood at the same time because I wasn't the most favorite child. My little brother was. So I lacked love. I lacked attention. So I went to getting in trouble because I didn't have that. My father liked my brother because he was good at football. I wasn't that good at football because I didn't have nobody to push me. So I was just doing whatever I knew how to. Everybody just looked at me like whatever, whatever, whatever you. So I would probably just to myself because I didn't have nobody to mess with. You know what I'm saying? So growing up mentally was hard. Financially, we was okay. Um, you know, I had some good times or whatever, but I don't recall too much good in my childhood that made me say, man, I really had a dope ass childhood. Like mentally, no, I wasn't there. I didn't have nobody pouring into me. And that's why I got the best messages, I feel like, on social media, because I got the most pain on social media. You get what I'm saying? Like I really went through some shit that made me transition. Sometimes I cry to this day, tears of joy, knowing how much I escaped things that I never was supposed to escape. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it was a learning process for me, man. Even with when I got the DJ Khaled, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, damn, I'm finna be a millionaire. And then that was even worse than my childhood because now I'm around somebody that could put me in position, but he purposely holding me back so he could steal my knowledge, my wisdom, and my game and put it. He did capitalism on me. He had the money to do the Nino. So he'll take my game, put his money behind it and his name on it and make money from it. And I'm just like the little black kid in Africa over there when them Europeans come over there and use their money and steal the new iPhone. You know what I'm saying? They call it iPhone over here, but in Africa, probably before iPhone, it was called Africa or some shit.
Yeah.
They stole that shit. It came over here. Think about Walmart. All the stores in the world are stolen. Basically, they go to China and buy it and resell it. Right or wrong?
Right. They do.
You probably got something in there right now, probably that mic, that stand, something that say made in China on it. So that's called capitalism, where they work up, they spend their money to get it off your back. And that's fine. That's business. But to me, when you up under somebody that you consider a friend and you say that you want to help me, and yet you still doing me like that, no, I can't respect that because it's like, damn, bro, not you, bro. Like, you supposed to help me. You know what I'm saying? So it was tough on me.
Yeah, because I see like you part of We the Best. I was gonna ask you about that as far as with Cali, but you just clarified everything, so you ain't gotta go back over that. You know,
right?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You still going through certain things like that. You know, I guess I guess stuff be a learning lesson.
A learning lesson come before a big blessing. Like lessons turn into blessings if you learn the lesson in them.
Yeah.
You know,
You
when
one of the
God,
slickest with one of them. I ain't gonna lie, you so quick on the draw with them philosophies and you got slick mouth, man. Like it's crazy. That's what we call it, slick mouthed it. Like you slick mouthed it. You got it's like you know how to use them words real good. But go ahead, though. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
no, but like God will keep replaying some shit in your mind, or God keep taking you through the test until you pass it. God will keep you in a situation until you find a way out of it. None of the Bible characters that God used, from Abraham to Solomon to David, none of them was glorified for their money. They was all glorified for their wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and strength. You got to have strength in the world. That's why when you tell me going back to the kids, that's why I had to step back. And that's why I'm telling you, like, find a way to step back. You understand me? Because when you go to dishing out that money and they know you're going to always be a bank to them, when the bank run out of money, you gonna just look, it don't matter how many times you said yeah, it don't matter how many times you gave them. That one time you say no, or daddy ain't got it, I can't do it, you look like the biggest shit eater that they ever produced in the world. So the best thing you could do is teach them how to earn. Like if you want to bless your kids, and I'm gonna go back to what you asked me, but bless your kids by giving them something to read and say, hey, I give you $20 if you read this and give me a divine understanding on what you just read so I know you read it.
Yeah.
That's my new philosophy to my kids. Like, okay, cool. You see me as a money bag. You finna earn this goddamn money. I'm finna send you some stuff to study, which is what I want to parent her on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta finesse your kids, dog. You gotta teach them through stuff that they want the money so bad. So when they come to you and tell you what they just understand, what they read,
Mhm.
now you know your point getting across. Now nobody can trick them.